Your brain is the most powerful organ in your body, but did you know it lies to you? Every single day? From false memories to optical illusions, get ready to discover how your own brain tricks you without you even noticing. Our brains are incredible, capable of genius calculations, creative leaps, and storing a lifetime of experiences. But here's something most people don't realize. Our minds aren't flawless machines. In fact, they're riddled with shortcuts, biases, and tricks that quietly shape our reality every single day. Let's explore 10 fascinating ways your brain deceives you, and why understanding them can help you see the world and yourself in a whole new light. First, let's talk about false memories, sometimes known as the Mandela effect. It's not just about forgetting small details. It's your brain confidently reconstructing something that never actually happened. Millions are convinced the Monopoly man always wore a monocle, but he never did. Or think about the Berenstain Bears. Was it always spelled that way? We share these errors collectively, making us wonder how so many people could remember the same wrong thing. The answer? Our brains don't work like video recorders. Every time you remember something, your mind pieces it together anew, filling the gaps with emotions, suggestions, snippets from other memories, and outright guesses. Over time, these reconstructions can become as vivid as real events, sometimes even stronger. The truth is, memory is as much imagination as it is fact. Next, consider change blindness. Most of us walk through life thinking we notice everything around us, but studies show we're astonishingly blind to even major changes, like someone swapping places with another person right in front of us. Our attention is limited. The brain filters out what it doesn't deem important, leaving only the highlights for conscious awareness. That's why, at times, the world can change around us without us noticing. And it's only looking back that we realize what we missed. Now, let's look at confirmation bias, a mental shortcut designed to protect your view of the world. Once you believe something, your brain becomes an expert at spotting evidence that supports it and ignoring evidence that doesn't. This isn't just a quirk. It's your mind guarding your ego, sense of identity, and feelings of safety. For example, if you think a certain food is unhealthy, every new article or conversation that agrees with your opinion stands out. Anything that contradicts it? It barely registers. This bias is why changing your mind is so difficult, and why debates so often end with both sides even more convinced they're right. Which leads us straight to cognitive dissonance. Imagine holding two beliefs that contradict each other. Say, you see yourself as honest, but you tell a lie. This discomfort triggers stress in the brain. Instead of addressing it logically, we tend to rationalize our actions, telling ourselves, it was just a small lie, or, I had no choice. Your mind clings to whatever feels comfortable, avoiding the unease that comes with admitting you might be wrong or inconsistent. It's less about seeking truth and more about restoring mental harmony, even if it means fooling yourself. Have you ever been amazed by an optical illusion, by still images that seem to move, or straight lines that appear bent? Your eyes might be taking in the world as it is, but your brain is a master interpreter, not a flawless reporter. It makes sense of things using shortcuts, assumptions, and expectations. What you actually perceive is often a clever best-guess recreation, not direct reality. Every time you see an illusion, you're catching your brain in the act of making meaning up as it goes along. Then there's the spotlight effect, the sense that everyone is watching, judging, and noticing your every move. The truth? Most people are far too wrapped up in their own thoughts to pay that much attention. We tend to overestimate how much others focus on us. This tendency can heighten anxiety or self-consciousness, but knowing the spotlight effect is at work can help you relax, reminding yourself that most of the time, you're not center stage in everyone else's life. Let's talk about how your brain fills in the gaps. Your sense of sight is far from complete. Most of your vision comes from a tiny portion of your eye, your central vision. The rest? Your brain improvises, using memory, context, and educated guesses to piece together the world at the edges. Think you see a friend waving from across the street? Sometimes, your mind just stitches together fragments and fills in the blanks. Every moment, your perception is slightly edited, corrected so smoothly you never realize the guesswork happening behind the scenes. Moving on to the sunk cost fallacy, one of our most stubborn mental traps. Ever found yourself stuck in a job, a relationship, or a project, telling yourself, "I've put so much into this, I can't walk away now"? That's the sunk cost fallacy. Your brain weighs what you've already invested, money, time, emotion, far more heavily than what you stand to lose in the future. It's a trick the mind uses to justify continuing a bad bargain, convincing you that piling on more will somehow make the loss worthwhile. In reality, letting go is often the smartest move. Another trick your mind plays involves fear versus logic. Picture turbulence on a flight, the jolt of panic, the quickened heartbeat. You might think flying is more dangerous than driving, even though statistics say flying is much safer. When you're scared, the amygdala, a part of your brain responsible for fear, hijacks your rational thinking. You respond more to your feelings than to the facts. This emotional shortcut kept our ancestors alive, but in the modern world, it often distorts how we assess real danger. Finally, consider phantom phone vibrations. That ghostly buzzing in your pocket? It wasn't real. Your brain invents the sensation out of pure expectation and habit. This phenomenon is so common that it's got a name: phantom vibration syndrome. In a world where we're constantly tethered to our devices, your mind is primed to expect contact. When it doesn't happen, your nerves sometimes fire anyway, giving you the eerie sense that your phone just buzzed. Each of these 10 tricks reveals something essential about how the human mind works. We are not as objective, rational, or observant as we believe. Our brains are built to simplify the world, to keep us feeling safe and consistent, to manage far more information than we could consciously process. The next time you find yourself remembering a detail with certainty, feeling self-conscious, or second-guessing a decision, remember, your mind is doing its best, but it's not perfect. Knowing these quirks can help you become wiser, more self-aware, and even a little gentler with yourself and others. After all, we're all just making sense of this world, one imperfect thought at a time. So, how many of these brain tricks have fooled you? Don't worry. It just means your brain is doing what it does best, keeping you efficient, even if that means bending reality. Hit subscribe for more mind-blowing facts just like this.